You ever watch Sword Art? Sword Art Online?
I think I watched a little bit. I don't remember if I ever finished it though.
Every time I click the start stream button, I think of the line that he says, which I'm not gonna repeat, but it
I
always
don't
makes me
even
think of that.
remember.
I gotcha.
Okay, I think you're peaking a little, so I'm gonna lower your Discord volume and
I
hope
can
that
uh I can
helps.
lower my mic volume too. I think I might be a little loud. Is this any better?
I think so. Can you say something again?
Mic test, mic test.
Okay, I think this is good.
I guess I'll also share my screen in Discord, and then we'll start from there, and then we'll go from that into some drills.
Okay. Okay.
Can you see my screen? Really?
Yes.
Okay. So
Let me
just
make sure that it's the only thing that you can see on stream. Oh, I need to change my guest star thing, that's why.
guest
So
star.
many things to keep track of.
Yeah. Better than the double audio problem I was having before from the
That's true.
in-game party chat.
All right.
Congrats, Dorkster.
I'm ready.
Alrighty. Yeah, let's kind of just pick up from where we left off. Last time we were here, I believe we looked at one of your fracture games and you were doing really well. And then we like did the live review of the Haven game, which obviously we were also shooting well. We had that really impressive 4K. Um, I think from what I recall, we were really picking up on the mechanics at the very end there, making sure we were moving while shooting and stuff like that. Let me actually start sharing the chat. But from what I remember when we left off, we were very much in tune mechanically. And unfortunately, we had to kind of cut off when we were finally building some momentum. But I kind of want to, I guess, make sure that that is still our focus point is the mechanics. I know that we were picking up at it on the very end, but mechanics are one of those things that you kind of have to always focus on until it is second nature. And in my opinion, until you reach a certain threshold where utility starts to make a little bit more sense to implement and like playing to win actually becomes the focus. So for me, that I kind of think of it as like the tutorial phase. You don't really like graduate from the tutorial until you're out of gold. It's probably a little bit different for everyone. But in our case, it could be a little bit earlier. But I just want to reinforce the mechanics. We were doing well. It's been a bit of a break for both of us since that Haven game. So for chat, I think we're gonna spend today as a drill day and see where we're at mechanically as like a benchmark threshold. So we're gonna check in with Path to see where we're at on those, and then from there we'll just iterate and just spend today mostly for practicing purposes. So we're set up for the following weeks. Did you have anything you wanted to, I guess, add to that?
Nope. That's what I've been looking forward to getting back to. But I honestly, okay, I tried a little bit on Friday and I was like, wait, I'm so rusty. So this might take a second.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, we'll have all session just to get through the drills. I think something that will be easy to kind of go about, like the format for today, is we'll do the drills, but I'll kind of run through the drill first, and then you'll replicate it, and then I'll give you feedback, and then we'll kind of like switch back and forth. It might be a little bit disorienting, tabbing all the time, but I think
Hmm.
making sure that you have like a visual to go about when you get your drills done, I think is going to be
Okay.
so. Um, Honestly, I have to remind myself what the benchmarks were. But before we even get into the benchmarks, I think um, maybe starting with the super basic, like shooting on the wall thing, I think would be important. And then I'll remind myself what the Wuhan drills are. But the first thing that I would like to start on, even before this, is probably just shooting bots. just to get yourself warmed up. I think it's going to be pretty important. Whenever you open the game as well, you'll do this, but I just want to visually show you the starting point is just literally super simple, left to right. This is how I always get back into the game after a long break. I just keep it extremely simple and I'm just aiming left to right. I'm not really flicking. I'm just going smoothly from bot to bot, trying to make sure that I don't skip over any. If it spawns in the middle of one, that's okay. But just do this for a little bit. Don't rush. Try to get your crosshair maintaining head height. It looks super simple, but trust me, it's a little bit harder than you would expect. And then as you get a bit more comfortable, you can increase the pace. But for now, we can just keep it nice and slow, super steady. So whenever you're ready, we'll flip over to you on that one.
Okay, should I share my screen with you as well?
Yeah, let's do that. That'll probably be easier.
Okay.
Super simple, no rush here.
Okay, I think
Yeah,
I
go for it.
muted my game, so.
Good to go.
So practice?
Yep.
Okay.
And super simple, left to right. Get nice and smooth. I would something that you can keep in mind here, and I'll just let you keep going as I talk over. Just like imagine like you're gliding across and like you're maintaining like a always like in motion on your mouse.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry.
Sorry.
Left to right, right to left. Very smooth here. How does it feel picking up a mouse after this long?
Yeah, I played. Okay, I don't remember if I told you this, but I tried playing a little bit on my brother's PC.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like at 130 ping, which was a stark difference to how I had been playing at 3 ping.
Yeah, yeah.
So I felt like I was like underwater. It felt like I couldn't really do anything. So, um,
Different game experience for sure. I'd stay away from the 130 ping. I think it's playable,
yeah.
but it's definitely different. Oh, your crosshair actually jumps. I didn't notice that
What?
until now. Like your crosshair like moves when you shoot. I didn't notice.
Oh yeah. I stole this one from Twitter.
Nice. You have to send me that code. It looks like a fun one. Okay, so we'll do that for a little bit more. It looks good though. We're nice and smooth here. It's always good to warm up like this. How does it feel? Does it feel a little bit awkward?
A little bit.
A little bit? Okay. To be expected. And then next up, I'll hop back into it and we'll just do a very minor variation, super easy. I'm just gonna hop back into my end here. And what you'll do, you're basically doing the exact same thing, but you're just gonna jump up on the sledge. You've probably seen this before. You're just gonna jump up on the sledge here. Oh, I should probably full screen my game for you. Bugging out. Second. Okay. Can you still see on the screen share?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm gonna jump up here. Super easy. And same thing, left to right, but this time there's a little bit of elevation. So just try to prioritize the left and right still. So kind of go, I guess, between what makes sense. But you don't really have to be super strict about it. We're just gonna go a little bit vertical motion as well, prioritizing that fluidity here. Not rushing anything, making sure you land most of your shots if you can. Getting your crosshair on target, make sure you're hit confirming. We'll do this for about like maybe a couple of run throughs, left to right, right to left, and then we'll move on to adding some more movement. But I'll let you do this for a little bit.
Okay. Oops.
Nice and easy. It's always disorienting when there's a bot that spawns and ruins the flow. But
Yeah. Oh,
Very good. Don't overthink it. Whatever feels natural. The most important thing when you get back from a break is just getting used to the feeling of everything again. So I like to start slow. Nice and slow. Good. I don't know if I've talked to you about aim technique before, but this is probably a good time to talk about it. Um, Notice how like these are all micro adjustments. And typically with
Mhm.
micro adjustments, they should be like smoother, low tension. Whereas like if you were to flick from left to right at the edges of the bots, it's going to be higher tension. So when you're doing micro adjustments in game, like let's say you're peaking an angle and your crosshair placement's like slightly off, micro adjustments should be smooth and controlled like this. Maybe not this slow, but the key is just smooth and controlled. So something to keep in mind, but this is a nice way to kind of get a feel for micro adjustments. Okay, so let's move on from this and add some movement here. I wanted to keep it simple for you. Like we won't use any bots at first. So this is probably similar to the Hooch benchmarks with his little noise cues here. We'll do that in a second. Um, and I have to remind myself what it is. I'll probably pull up the video. But just to start with, let's just pick a wall here. I despawn the bots, and let's just start here, shooting naturally. Be okay pausing if you want, but just make sure you're getting all of your bullets in this cluster. So part of this is going to be tracking the angle, and then obviously shooting the angle. So I think just getting this cadence down, whatever feels natural to you. We'll start here, trying to shoot 2 bullets, no more, no less. Just a natural 2 bullet cadence here, making sure everything is orange bars, and yeah, going from there. Of course, you can speed it up, but we won't do that just yet. Just keep it nice and slow.
Okay. Uh,
If it feels awkward at first, feel free to just track the angle first. Like just strafing back. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's good. I was just trying to find the little center. One of the awkward parts that I'm noticing right now that's happening is every time your strafe ends, your crosshair is being pulled with the strafe. So something that you have to remember is that when you're tracking, it's gonna sound so odd, but you have to like counter your strafe almost when you're tracking. Oh, yeah, that looks a lot better.
okay. Let's see.
Yeah, it's very odd. You'll get the feel for it, but just trying to remove that like very visual jitter is going to be really important for you. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. I think after a couple of reps there, we were really dialing on that.
Okay.
We're gonna make that a little bit harder for you. So I am going to do the same thing again, but to start with, where is it? I was gonna spawn the bot. So let's just shoot a little dot here a couple of times so it's dark. And what I want you to do is actually pull out your knife instead and just try to track it as best as you can. And what you'll notice is when I end the strafe, your crosshair is going to kind of jump back. So I'm going to have to shoot it a couple times to get it back. But the reason why I want to do this, just to make it a little bit harder, is what I'm noticing right now when you're tracking and you're kind of shooting back and forth. When your crosshair is kind of, it's like, let me try to show it first. So what I'm noticing first is we're tracking, and then the strafe is getting pulled to the end here. So we're tracing, crosshair is getting pulled to the right, tracing, crosshair is getting pulled to the left. So the way you counter this is by tracking a little bit further to the right. So let's say like I'm trying to get my crosshair to land in the center. I'm tracking the dot. My crosshair is actually a little bit to the right so that it ends here. Then when I'm tracking to the left, notice how my crosshair is on the left end of this black dot.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I'm strafing to the left, my crosshair is going to be on the right side. See that? Left side, right side. So that when my strafe ends, my crosshair is back in the middle.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I think so.
Okay. And we're going to do that with your knife first. So if you're strafing to the left, put your crosshair on the right side. Strafing to the right, put your crosshair on the left side.
Okay.
And then we'll go back and do the shooting drill. Oh, sorry.
Okay, let's see. Oops.
It's okay. I do that all the time.
Should I change it to like a white crosshair?
whatever makes you more comfortable. Whatever makes you more
Can't
comfortable.
see it.
Yeah. I guess you could also use any decal on the wall. It doesn't have to be the bullets, but anything that works for you.
Okay.
I just jump into it.
That was difficult.
It's okay. Yeah, the thing probably despawns a bit too quickly. Maybe you could use that little, like that screw on the wall over there on the left there.
This one?
Yeah, that one there. So just remember, when you're strafing to the right, you're aiming at the far left. And it's important here that you use your focal attention, like your focus, and actually look at the edges, and it should help. Yeah, it's a bit awkward. Maybe to start with, you can just track the screw, just strafing from left to right, and see what that feels like. It might be easier as well if you back up just a little bit. Yeah. Just keep full strafing, left, right, keeping your crosshair in the screw. See how that feels first? From what I can tell, it seems like we're a little bit jittery. Ooh, jittery. You can do it with the bots. Try with the bots. Yeah, let me show my screen here. We'll make a quick adjustment. No big deal. F3, eliminate 50, bot start. And we're just gonna kill a couple of bots until this one's actually perfect. So what you want to do here is you just want to strafe around the bot continuously. You've done this before. Continuously. But after a couple, I'll let you do this first. Just trying to get the bot on the crosshair's head. Or sorry, your crosshair on the target's head. But what you'll notice is after a while, you'll start to automatically drift to the sides intentionally. So in this case here, if I'm strafing to the left, my crosshair is gonna kind of bias the right side of the spot's head. Easier said than done, of course, but this time I'm strafing to the right, my crosshair is biasing the left side. It's gonna jitter on and off a little bit, but feel free to go further away if it makes it easier for you, and then close the distance when you get a little bit better. But that's kind of what we're trying to do here. Just understanding that when you're strafing to the left, when you're tracking the bot, you're actually not aiming in the center, you're aiming on the right a little bit. Because naturally, when you end your strafe, your crosshair is going to pull into the target. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay.
So I'll let you do that for a little bit. Eliminate 50. Yeah.
Okay. Oops.
If only. Just keep moving. This is fine. Most Valorant players hate tracking. Not really part of Valorant normally. But you're already getting better at it, I can see.
It is easier from farther away.
It is,
but
yeah.
then I keep walking farther away.
Yeah, feel free to start easiest if you like. Like you can go super far if you want.
Yeah, I remember when you showed me the Valen's warm-ups, and he has tracking in his routine. After doing that a couple times, I immediately felt like I was doing so much better, or like focusing on my crosshair placement better.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I should probably add that back in.
It's definitely one of those things that gets overlooked. I mean, even for myself, I've been playing like FPS games for like it sounds weird to say, but like probably close to 10 years now. And I pretty much neglected tracking training until like the past year or two. So not really something that gets utilized actively or trained actively in this game. But once you develop the sub skill, it's very useful. A lot
What
of
would it be
reasons.
useful for?
Yeah, it's the smoothness part helps with crosshair placement a ton. Like if you're like holding an angle and you're moving around, but also like tracking like inherently trains your micro adjustments. Because if you think about it in a weird way, every single time you're tracking, you're just doing a mini micro adjustment. So this looks good. What I want you to do next, and I'll show you first. We'll continue doing it with this bot here, instead of moving back to the wall. It can be any bot actually, but I just want you to continue this tracking. But this time we're going to use a sheriff, and then after you finish your strafe, I'm just going to let you one tap it. And remember that your movement will move your crosshair with you. So when you're going to the far right here, you should be trying to track your crosshair a little bit to the opposite side. I know I keep saying it, and you don't have to honestly like think about it too much. But what you'll notice is your crosshair is going to eventually deviate off of the target like this. Notice how I'm strafing and comes off. So what I want to do is actually pre-aim a little bit more to the side so that when I finish the strafe, it naturally just lets me shoot right away. And that's the goal you want to do. As soon as you finish strafing, your target should be on target. So maybe a better starting point is actually instead of shooting, let's just strafe a little bit, track, and then stop, and then see if you actually ended on target. And notice how I'm actually not on target here, so that's a mistake. So I'll go again, strafe, stop. I kind of went off target again. So to be honest, it looks like every single time I'm doing it, I'm actually not stopping correctly. It seems like I've built a habit to correct it with my mouse, which might just be something that you have to do. But ideally, as soon as you stop, you want to be on the target if you can. Let's just do that a couple times and see what that looks like with your crosshair. And then we'll add the shooting in afterwards.
Okay.
And I know it's like a roundabout way that we're doing this, but this should help with the bursting drill on the wall after.
Okay.
Little sheriff.
Oh, sheriff. Okay. So.
No, it's okay. Mine was not on target either, and I've been playing this game for years. So. You don't have to add in the shooting if you don't want to. We just want to see if the crosshair is finally on target when you stop.
Ah. Okay.
We are close though. I think to me that's pretty acceptable as long as we're like pretty close. Obviously, the closer the better, and being on target is the ideal solution.
Oh wait. So okay. Sorry, I need to like drill it
Calibrate.
into my head on the other side.
Yes.
So like here.
Yes.
Okay.
That looks good. That one looks great.
That one I think I corrected, but I'm not sure.
No, it's okay. It should all be fill based. Like I don't want you to overthink it. Just get in some reps, some mindless reps. If you want, you can pick like a focal point. So some people like to stare at their crosshair. Just trust your subconscious. Inner Game of Tennis vibes, if anyone has read it.
Inner Game of Tennis.
Yes.
I'll add that to my list.
Great book. The whole premise of the book is basically teaching tennis without instruction, but rather just visually seeing and then focusing on something. Melee players love talking about Inner Game of Tennis. Yeah, it's for anything mechanical, it's a great book, I think. We're already looking better. I just want you to know that. You could smooth out your tracking a little bit, which won't happen in this stream, but
Yeah.
in the future, it'll feel a lot more natural for you.
Oh no.
No, that's
Felt
good.
like I was dragging a lot on the opposite.
It is one of those things that will happen. This is also
How
why.
can I
Yeah,
fix
yeah.
the
Go ahead.
jittery? Because I do feel it, um, like jumping.
Mm-hmm.
How do I fix that?
Yeah. Can you clarify for me? Do you mean the jitter like at the end or like throughout the motion?
I think it's more throughout. I
Yeah.
guess it'll just take reps
So
of
that's
this.
a that's a we can use aim training for that to get a bit better reps, but the basic concept for that is called smoothness, smoothness training. It's hard. Uh,
Okay.
it's very
Maybe I
hard.
won't focus on that.
No, it's great to use though, but yeah, your crosshair will always jitter, unless you have aimbot. So, um, that is just something that will happen. Some things that you can do to help the smoothness, um, is kind of imagining brushstrokes. Like that's kind of what I did when I was training smoothness. I would imagine I'm like painting with my mouse across the mouse pad. Um, I don't know if that helps you, but aside from that, it really is just training. And there are some great tasks to do that. I can recommend a couple, if you'd like, after this.
Okay.
It is pretty satisfying when you're playing it and you just hear the feedback from your gun hitting the target constantly. Don't buy a real artist deep inside. I wish. I'll just let you finish this out. I think you have looks like 24 more bots, and then we'll move back to the bursting drill, uh, and see where we are with that. But we're already smoothing
Okay.
out a lot. This is looking good.
Then I won't do two directions. I'll just try one.
Sure, go for it. Yeah, that's probably a better way to start. I always forget that like strafing in two different ways might feel a bit unnatural. For chat, if you're curious about the centering tasks, I believe one of them is called. I might be remembering the one from Kovacs, but it's like centering 180. And I think there's a Valorant one on the ramp routine called anti-centering 180. I think, or anti-centering. Both are good. I was struggling to aim, so I channeled my inner art master. Imagine painting a canvas with my enemies' heads.
It's all paint to me.
Yes, it's all paints. Nice. Very nice.
This is gonna tire out my forearm.
Yeah. I am slightly embarrassed to say when I used to like I would aim train for like 5 minutes and my forearm would just be completely exhausted and I would have to take breaks. So
I think that's me. It's okay.
yeah, I don't know. Not being active in the real world. Okay, cool. Looks like that was the 50.
Yippee!
Let's go back to the burst drill. So I'm gonna tab back in here. Oh, I got kicked out. I didn't even know you can get kicked out of the range.
Oh yeah, that kept happening to me during our calls actually.
Yeah, it's probably gonna kick you out soon.
The jitter is your body shaking from lack of iron. I'll have you know I did my blood test and I'm taking iron pills now.
My blood test said I was vitamin D deficient, so I've been taking those.
I'm also vitamin D deficient.
Being
Also vitamin
inside.
B12 deficient.
Yeah, that's valid. Valid. Yeah, okay, so super simple. Let's just start with this drill again. You might have to remind me what these trips look like, but we could move that after. I just really want to get this tracking thing down first. So,
Okay.
really try to emphasize the smoothness here. Notice how like when I stop, my crosshair kind of just lands where it's going to be shooting. Like I'm not stopping and adjusting. It's just stop, shoot, stop, shoot. And that's kind of what I want to see here. Just as soon as you stop, just try to shoot. If you feel like you need to correct it, that's okay. I'm not perfect either. Like I feel myself correcting it already. But ideally, you're getting into that motion that as soon as you stop, your crosshair is ready to shoot. That is what we are aiming for. And we can kind of get a nice cadence here. It should look nice and smooth, no jitters, just stopping, shooting. Maybe I'll do it in slow motion so you can kind of see it.
Okay.
I'm shooting, strafing, stopping, shooting, strafing, stop, shooting. And it almost feels like right before I start my strafe, I kind of move my mouse a little bit to kind of give myself a little buffer room. I don't know if other people do that naturally, but like right before I start my strafe, I find myself moving my mouse just a little bit to the other side, kind of give myself a little bit of breathing room. And then that lets me like stop my strafe right on the center there. So have you do it a little bit? Whoops.
Okay. Stop, shoot, move. This was the first lesson from chat when I first started playing.
Oh, shoot, move.
But I'm noticing my strafes are baby strafes again.
Yeah, feel free to exaggerate them. Big boy strafes. I love big boy strafes. I was watching a Zasko video and he was saying no less than 2 steps. I was like, I like that.
Oh.
I'll take that. No less than
Yeah,
2
it's
steps.
good to keep in mind.
Yeah. That was Zasko. Got some great mechanical coaching videos. This looks great, by the way. The jitters are getting less and less. So we are a big stepper. Isn't that a song?
Yeah. Big Kendrick Lamar fans in this chat.
I see. Oh, those were perfect. Maybe I shouldn't say anything. Ruining your flow.
I'll never live up to that one.
It's looking good though. Chad, do you agree? This looks good.
Oops.
See, I just gotta stop talking.
The 2 steps actually really helps a lot. What?
Shout out Zasko. Okay. We're gonna hop back over. I'm gonna increase the cadence a little bit.
Oops. How did I get here? Okay.
So what we were doing is we were going pretty large. I guess you could use these shadows as guidelines. I think that's what Huge was talking about. But I want it to kind of speed up a little bit. You don't have to go this cadence if you don't want to. But if you want, you can put a BPM thing on as well. I've never really trained with the BPM, so I'm not going to comment too much on it. But if that makes you more comfortable, or if you think it makes more sense to you, by all means. But I want you to kind of do this, and I'll slow it down a little bit for you. We're kind of just doing that little thing where I'm moving my crosshair a little bit before I start moving again. And then I'm stopping and shooting, and then I slowly ramp it up. But we just want a slightly tighter cadence here. And of course, this goes against to what you were just saying. This is not big boy strafes. These are like kind of more micro bursts. This is kind of how you would shoot in game when like you're going very quickly here. I don't expect you to shoot like this in game yet, but I just want to see if you're able to do it on a stationary target where you're kind of just going a little quicker, hitting the max speed on burst strafing. Because right now we're in a very comfortable cadence that's not like too slow, not too fast, but it's definitely not close to max speed yet. And then this is max speed because your bullets aren't going inaccurate. But if you go to a bit quicker here, my bullets will eventually start going inaccurate, which is where you start pushing max speed, which if you wanted to know a little bit more complicated, technically this is like the limit of the burst strafing, but you have a limited amount of burst strafes you can do with the speed because as you can kind of see, it starts going inaccurate after a couple of shots. So you can maintain this cadence for your first like 5 bursts or so, maybe 4. but it's not infinite. Whereas like the burst strafe cadence I'm trying to get you to do here, slightly slower, but you can technically do it infinitely where your bullets aren't affected by recoil, if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
there's levels to this. Right now you're on like I would say like level 2 speed. Level 3 speed would be infinite burst still. It's still infinite, but it's quicker. And then like the advanced is like max speed where your bullets will eventually go inaccurate. And that is also an error to my part, but eventually the recoil will catch up to you. So to recap, I want you to go from your natural 2-bullet strafe here that you were just doing, where you're aiming before you move, strafing, and then getting into the center, to just a slightly faster cadence if you can. Just slightly faster. And if you start messing up,
Okay.
slow it back down, and then just try to speed it up again. And again, if you're messing up again, slow it back down, speed it up again. Just start slow.
Okay.
Buying a
Let's
metronome to hit
see.
gold.
I noticed when I tab back in, it takes a second to like stop
Recalibrate.
cutting.
Oh, I was having that issue too. I think that's new.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that used to never happen to me before.
It happened a lot. Like when I came back and started booting it up, I was like, I had to load in and out of the range a couple times before going
Yeah.
into a game. But
I don't know what it is. What I started doing was going windowed mode and then going back to full screen.
Okay, now maybe I'm too close.
No, it's okay. I will say it is nice to see that we're actually bursting now, because I remember when we first were doing this, we were shooting like 3 bullets.
Well, it's also sometimes I feel like I hit the wrong spot on my mouse and then it hits 1 instead of 2. I don't know. I have to really focus.
See.
Oh, like it just happened there. Oh, see now it's like lagging a little bit.
I do
but
see that, yeah. I was wondering if that was on my end or the game.
It could possibly be both because now I have a bunch of stuff open. Whereas
Yeah.
when I'm playing like by myself, it'll just be OBS and Valorant.
Yeah, I see your FPS spiking from like 150 to 50.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll probably be nicer when you play alone. We gotta get a CPU upgrade.
I know. Keep saying this.
Yeah. Wait, are CPU prices up as well from the tariffs? Because I know GPU prices are insane right now.
I don't think it affects me too much in France actually, but
Oh, that's good.
I'm not sure. I haven't looked into it since all that started.
Yeah. Cat, do we have any Oilers? We gotta get Path a new CPU. Preferably an X3D variant.
Oh, actually, if you have any suggestions, I'm down to look into it. Like any specific, because the thing holding me back is I have no idea about like computer parts.
I
So.
gotcha. I could send you a couple. It just depends on how future-proofed you want to be.
Oh yeah, I can be pretty future-proof. I think.
Okay.
I think
I'll
it's a
give you
good
options.
investment.
Yeah, I'll give you a couple options.
Hell yeah.
I think I built this PC like a year ago at this point. But there's this new CPU, the 9800 X3D, which if chat knows, they know. It's like it's the juicer for this game, which is completely overkill for in your case. That's why I said I'll give you a couple options, but it is the future-proofed version, I guess.
Yeah, I think my PC is like 3 years old now. Maybe coming on 4, so about time for an upgrade.
Fair. Do you happen to know if you're on Intel or AMD?
I think I'm on AMD. There's a big shining AMD sign on
I gotcha. Yeah, you might be able to do like a pseudo upgrade. Again, I'll give you upgrade or options, but it's based on the chip socket basically. So like,
Oh.
you might be on like, I forget the gen numbers, but like if you're on Gen 1, just saying you're in Gen 1, you might be able to upgrade to like the 5800 X3D. I think Gen 2 is maybe the one I'm on. There's probably a gen before that I'm missing. There's probably like a Gen 0 that I'm missing. Yeah, it's all based on the generation you're
I'd have to look more into it. I have no idea.
on. Yeah, no, yeah. I'm just rambling. Kendrick greater than AMD. It might be a while they spent all their funds on Kendrick tickets. Okay. Let's push the speed just a
That's
little
true.
bit.
Okay. I can pull up the metronome, the one that I've been using for warm-ups.
Sure, completely up to you.
Let's see. What do you think is a good BPM?
If I recall, it was like 130 or 110.
130.
Let me pull up the
No
video.
way. I think it was just 100. Because I started at like 95 BPM and then
Yeah,
slowly increased it until I got to 100.
you're. I bet you're correct. I'm gonna pull up the video.
I'm using metronomeonline.com.
Uh, okay, so he starts with 110.
110.
Oh no, sorry.
Oh
He
my
starts
god.
with 80. That's what we were
Oh,
doing at the
okay.
start. And
Okay.
then you will eventually scale up to 110.
Oh, so I haven't even reached it yet. Because I'm pretty sure I've just been at 100.
I gotcha.
Oh my god. Hold on. Oh my god. There's so much pressure added with the metronome.
Okay, I can't even hear it, so it's all self-induced at this
Oh,
point.
you're right. I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna go down. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. You
We'll
can.
do 95.
Okay. Wait, that looks great. I'm not even capping.
Yippee.
Yeah, we like this or what? You might just have to play with the metronome. Imagine the metronome's just in the back of your head the entire game.
If I just listen to it enough, I can just play it in my head.
Gotcha. I do see the FPS jitters.
Yeah, that's a little annoying.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, it's going down to like 50.
I know. It's probably the screen share. Discord maybe.
I can try
Yeah, you can lower the quality a little bit.
stopping. Oh,
Oh, oh, oh, oh.
so
You're seeing me.
stream quality. I'll go 720.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
95, perfectly fine. 100, too much. You could go to 100.
Okay, let's try 100. No, it's too much.
It's because of the lag, I swear. The FPS jitters are too much. What's funny is I can't hear the beat, but I can hear your keyboard. So it's like I get my own metronome. Now, what do we think? Yay or nay? We should be able to go to
It's
110.
it's kind of wide of an
Yeah, it could be tighter. That's where the tracking training comes in, I suppose.
Okay. You want me to go 110?
Let's try it.
Okay.
I mean, we're looking pretty good. No blue bars.
I'm straining my arm so bad right now though. I'm so anxious.
Let's go back to 80. I want to see what the difference is.
Okay.
I was in band and I can hear it in the keys when they're slightly off. I'll say that. By 80, surely we could be strafing wider, right?
Yeah, I'm getting in my head about it.
That's okay.
Okay, that one I felt like I was moving, but it was still orange.
I wasn't even paying attention. It looked like we were good. Oh yeah, look at that cadence. That's good. This is like the calibration start, you know? It's like anytime you need to
Yeah.
recalibrate, 80 BPM. This feels so slow now. It does.
It feels, yeah, it still feels very wide, but I'm gonna blame my FPS on that.
Yeah, that's fine. The other thing I wanted to do, which I don't know if you want to explore today, but maybe you can just give it a go for a little bit, is spraying, because that bursting looks pretty good. I got kicked out. Training the spraying. I'm a big advocator in spraying, as you know. I think it really simplifies the game. I know 9 out of 10 content creators are gonna say that they prefer training 2-bullet bursts and strafing first. But I think that it's a bit overemphasized. So let's start with spraying. Which to be honest, I don't know a BPM for this one. I don't think you can use BPM for this one. So you're gonna have to try to figure this one out in terms of this feel. My quick tip for spraying, which to be honest, I don't want you to think too much about it, but you just need to remember that the spray goes up exponentially, right? So it starts a bit slower here. The first 3 bullets are really accurate. The first 2 bullets are super good, which is why we burst in this game. The third one starts to jump a little bit. And then the fourth bullet and onwards is where you really start to pull down. And then you stop pulling down once you reach like the 10th or so bullet. So pretty much after the 10th or so bullet, it only goes to the side, which means when you're practicing your spraying, you only control this vertical motion here. Everything after that is pretty much RNG, going to be random. You can kind of get the feel for the first 10 bullets by just shooting against the wall a little bit, and then you kind of want to counter it. So you can do it in sequences. That's probably going to be it seems like you really like to do the iterative approach, like going very slowly. So maybe what we can do is you could practice your spray with the first 3 bullets or 3 to 4 bullets, and then slowly add more bullets in after that. I think that would probably be the best for you. So you already know the 2 bullets. It's pretty much on target. Let's add a little bit more and see what that looks like. And then, yeah, let's just start there, and then we'll add the more bullets after.
Okay.
You're going to be slowly moving less spray. First FPS, I believe so.
Yes.
Yeah, so quick reminder, the first 2 bullets you don't have to pull down at all. So you're really only starting to pull down after the second bullet. Perfect. Yep. Good. Good. Good.
Oh no.
It's okay. That 4th and 5th bullet, that's where it really starts to jump a little bit. But I promise you, once you like get the feel for it, it's almost like you didn't even know it existed. It's like I don't even think about spraying at all. It just happens. Riding a bike or brushing your teeth or walking. it becomes all automatic. Okay, so it looks like we have like the first 3 or 4 bullets down so far. Let's try to get like 5 to 7 bullets, like that middle range.
Okay. Oh no. I'm having a hard time counting them in my head.
You don't have to count it. Just do it all off a feel.
Okay.
Yeah, don't count the bullets. Just all off a feel. It's just slightly longer. That looks good. That was good. Oh yeah, we're cooking now. We are cooking now. Okay, maybe the break was good. Look at this.
I think that's what I mentioned when I brought up that I was going on such a long break. I was like, but don't worry. Last time I took a long break, I came back and I felt a lot better about it. So.
Maybe it was all internalizing as we were gone.
Oh no.
Okay. Just like the bursting, if you feel like it starts to become a bit too much, you can reduce the amount of bullets until you get that down again. Keyboard? I forget what keyboard path has. Do you remember?
No.
You're not on the looting, right?
I should really have this written down or like a command or something.
Path has a
Keycron.
keycron. I've heard of it. I'm not super familiar.
It is a bit clicky.
The most important thing with spraying is the follow through. So even after like you let go of the key, your crosshair should slightly continue going just in case.
What do you mean?
How do I how do I explain that? How do I explain follow through, chat? Sometimes you'll like fire an extra bullet by accident, so you want to make sure that you're continuously pulling down and like letting go like afterwards. I don't know if that's not explaining it well, but
just in case.
yeah, it's a just in case. Yeah, it's just in case, exactly. Motion should stop after the shooting stops. No, the opposite. You can continue the motion despite letting go of the left click to account for any stray bullets. This is looking good though. I can't even lie.
Is it? It looks.
Yeah, it's good. It's
like
good.
a mess.
Nah, it'll get tighter if you take literally 1 or 2 steps forward, you'll notice that your spray is just way tighter. So your spray kind of just varies on distance in terms of like what the cluster looks like on the wall. And then if you take even 1 more step forward, you'll be like, oh yeah, this is a lot tighter. And then even like inversely, if you take like 5 steps back to kind of reset everything we just did, then you spray, it's gonna be a lot less clustered. So
yeah. Okay. How should I know where to step? That's why I recommend or I asked.
yeah, you can go over there actually. Yeah, I forgot. I always forget about that range thing. To me, it's all field based, so it's hard. Let's start with 20. What does 20 look like? Well, that's far. Let's go back to 10. Yeah, 10. This is a good range, I would say. It's probably going to be a little bit high, but yeah, give it your best go on this.
High.
Sorry, your cluster is going to be not as tight because this is not as close as you were earlier.
So
it's like in between this somehow.
Okay.
It looks good though. Maybe you can get the maybe you can try to full spray and see what happens.
Well,
yeah, that's where it starts going side to side. So don't worry about the side to side. Just keep full spraying though, and when it starts to deviate on the side, you can cancel. That was good.
Like that?
Yeah, yeah. Ideally, when it starts going to the side is so. How do I explain this? Part of spraying is knowing how much to pull down and when to stop pulling down. Because when it starts going to the side is when you need to stop. And ideally, your cluster remains at the same height the entire time. So the next skill, now that we're iterating, is stopping the pulling down motion so that your side-to-side spray stays at the same height. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Give it a go.
Well,
No, it's okay. It might help too if I run through it so you can see it visually as well. Oh, I gotta keep getting kicked out.
Oh, no problem.
Mechanics, one of those things. Think they'll ever make the Valorant range a map? That would be sick. Even just for like a fun game mode.
Or invite other people into the range, like a custom.
Yep, that would be nice. Okay, so let's kind of recap what we're doing so far. So we trained the bursting, which your 2 bullets are pretty accurate. We added a couple more bullets after. That's kind of where we're at now, where we're adding a couple more bullets. What we want to do now is keep this side-to-side motion at the same height. So notice how when I start pulling down and it starts going side to side, my bullets are all around the same height. So the way that you want to confirm this in the drill, you want to exaggerate it first so you can get the visual confirmation. So in other words, pull down and then let go to when you think you need to stop shooting, and just let the spray continue going left to right to see if you were correct. And if it's around head height, I would say that's a win. I wonder if it'd be better to do this on the bot, maybe. But pull down and then just let it go left to right and see if you're getting headshots. So I would say this one's a little bit high for me, a little bit high. So pull down again, and then if I let go here, this I would say is pretty good, ending at head height. So I think exaggerating your drill here so you can kind of get a feel to see if you're right or wrong will help in terms of that feedback. And just from what I can tell, it seems like in this spot here, if my crosshair is getting pulled down to around the, if you look at my crosshair in relation to the bot, it's around his abs. That will, of course, increase the further you go. Like now it's going to be towards his crotch. And then obviously the further you go, the more that's going to pull down. I don't use that as a visual indication, but I'm sure subconsciously, like I'm internalizing that somehow. So that could be something just to point out. But to recap, I want you to do this drill where you're pulling down and then picking up the mouse and checking if that's enough. And then that one was good. I'm going to do it again. Now this one actually ended up being pretty good too. So just give that a go and seeing if you're pulling down enough, stopping the pulling down at the right time, and letting the spray continue.
Okay. And by pulling up the mouse, you mean physically off the...
Correct, off the mouse pad.
Okay. Oh, God.
No, that's a good height. Look at that. That was good.
That's scary. Okay.
Okay,
oh, no.
So a little bit low. Yeah, just keep going, keep going. Don't even think about it. Just let the feel take over. I'd say that one looks pretty good. I would say that's acceptable, you know? Anything that's in the range of acceptable, I would say is a win.
Yeah, that one was too high.
Very slightly. You're slightly elevated, by the way. Your character is on a box.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why that's there. They need to get rid of that.
Oh, no.
Slightly high. Keep going. Your bot is telling us to take a stream break.
It does that every hour because I forget to stand up.
I didn't even realize we were an hour into this.
Oops. It's kind of hard to, because with this I have like a visual
Yeah.
representation.
If you want, you can go back to the target too. I'm okay with that.
Oh.
A little bit high on that one.
Okay.
So what I've learned from reading the Enneagram of Tennis is like things like too high or too low or too deep or too strong, like subjective stuff like that is like never useful. It's better to actually like just focus your attention on some arbitrary thing, like your crosshair or the feel of your hand or yeah, your grip tension, like something that is like different. I don't know what came to mind for you, but
I think I'll have to do it a couple more times to figure it out.
what you actually focus on, I would say, is like not important. I think in the book, it's like focusing your visual focus on the seams of the ball, which is like completely random, you know? So you basically just want to give your system one something to focus on so your system two can take over. It's like the more we think about it, because we suck as humans. Drones asked, do you want to grip your mouse like you're holding an egg and don't want to break it, or should it be tight? That gets into the whole conversation of tension management. I know everyone recommends the whole egg thing, and that's because most people grip their mouse too tightly, but it's not, it's like the other end of the spectrum. You should be able to kind of manage your tension. Let's reset. Let's build back up our spray, going from 2 to 3,
Okay.
and then back up to the recalibrate.
Hmm.
Let's try going back over to the wall. I feel like your spray looked a little bit more consistent with the wall because you could see each spray as a separate thing.
You want me to still do the build up?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, my FPS is lagging again.
Yeah. Okay, now see if you can do the mouse pickup thing. Oh, that's good. Yeah, just try to internalize that feeling.
Oops. Oh my goodness.
We're getting really good reps in there, though. I imagine in like a week or two's time, you're going to look back at all this and be like, wow, this is so easy. I'd say we're in a good spot with this. We can revisit this where we look in a week. Um, the let's go back to the bursting thing with the BPM, and then maybe to finish off after that, we'll play like maybe a couple of DMs, and
Okay.
I will be an audio cue on telling you what technique to use. So I'll be like burst strafe, and then I'll tell you to spray, and we'll cycle between
Okay.
the two.
What do you want the BPM to be?
We could start with the 80 and we'll scale back up.
Okay.
This is that big boy strafes. Too easy. Too easy.
I feel like I have to reset when it gets super laggy.
Yeah. FPS is very jumpy.
I don't know what's going on.
My stream's going on. It almost feels too slow now, right? Yeah, that's what was the next increment? Did you go to 100 or 95 or something? Let's
I think I went to 95.
go for 95. Looks good. I think you're ready to mindlessly queue ranked for 12 straight hours. Average Valorant player. Oh man. Okay, let's bump it up to 110.
Oops. Okay. Low client FPS warning.
I do see that.
Oh no. What is going on?
I can see the lag. I wonder if I stop my stream, will that help? They do too much. Do we know what's causing the lag? We need a new CPU.
Yep.
We need Oilers. I imagine if your XMP profile is turned on too, it would help. You have any idea what
What does
that
that
is?
mean?
Um, hmm. Hmm.
But see, when I'm not doing anything, it's like fine.
Yeah.
As soon as I move, it's...
Are you let's check. What are you on full screen or windowed or borderless?
I think I'm on windowed, so I can tab out and stuff. How do I check?
Video?
Video.
Windowed full
Windowed full
screen.
screen.
Normally that's fine, but I wonder if it's because like the Discord stream and the overlay. Normally Discord overlay does add lag, at least for me.
Can I remove that?
You can. So
Oops, our stream has ended.
no, I ended mine. I can still see
Oh,
yours.
okay.
Where is that? Game overlay. It's like all the way at the bottom on the left.
Let's see. Sorry, I just blacked out my screen.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Game overlay.
Yeah, you're there. And then both of those you turn off. And
Like that?
perfect.
Okay. What the?
No, you're good. I think
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Okay. Did that? I wonder if that helped at all.
We'll see. Let's try again.
It looks stable.
That feels much better.
Boo! Discord overlay, boo!
Well, we don't even need it anyway because we just use the Twitch thing. So
Yeah. Wait, look at that. FPS is no longer dipping the 50.
let me turn my metronome back on.
Discord overlay is terrible for FPS. We took off the weights. Look at us go. Rock Lee moment. Okay, I think we're ready to play some death matches.
Yippee! Okay, cool.
Okay, so let you crash for a second.
Hopefully, I'm fine.
No, you're good. I'm gonna be the voice in your head that I want you to be able to switch your shooting style between bursting and spraying. I do realize that this is probably jumping ahead a little bit, so I'm not gonna do it too much. But the ratio I'm thinking of is like 80% bursting, 20% spraying. And it's not going to be for set fights for now. So I might tell you to spray and you might see a guy 50 meters away. But if you're in spraying mode, just commit to it.
Okay.
Just because, you know, I can't really anticipate what the next range of your fight's going to be. But I just want you to be able to switch between the bursting mode and the spraying mode so it becomes more natural to do so.
Okay.
But
we'll try.
Yeah, to start with, just go ahead and burst and then I'll randomly start telling you to spray.
Oh, I died already.
That is the spawns. Do I have sound? W bursts.
Oh my goodness. Someone's at me from behind. Okay.
No, it's okay.
Oh no. Sorry, this is just the warm-up, chat. Ignore that.
And don't even stress. Deathmatch, people try too hard to win deathmatch, so we're here for repetition.
It's okay. Oh, well, I thought I was here to win too.
Oh, were you? I never played deathmatch to win, so... Well, I shouldn't say never, I used to. And I realized it was a lost cause. You're in full bursty mode.
Oh no.
Okay, if you die, you die. That's not what we're focused on. We're focused on looking at our technique here. You will just insta-die. That is Valorant, you know? That is Valorant. That guy might be one of the goats in the server.
Thought I heard someone over there.
Yeah, I don't listen to the game sounds, so you're on your own for that one.
Okay.
Why not use the alt fire for Vandal more often? Are you talking about the ADS? Let's not worry about that for now. Die, you die. Wisdom's with dope high. Nice.
Oh.
That's okay. It's okay. We're in bursty mode. This is the downside of playing deathmatch sometimes. You just get shot a lot in the side. But is the life. Good bursts. Good bursts. I'm confident if you kill a game right now, you'd at least get 10 kills. That is good. That is good.
Oh. What the?
That's okay.
Hello?
It's okay. You got body tagged a couple of times, which slows you down, so it'll mess everything up. It's okay. Slow it down a little bit if you need to.
Okay.
We're in the bursty mode. Shoot burst. Shoot move, shoot move. Like how we were doing in the range. That's good.
I get jump scared every single time.
Yeah. Valorant's actually a horror game in disguise.
Actually, it's always this guy, I think.
Yeah.
I need to just avoid.
Guy's pretty good. Little
That was
panic.
panic. I'm sorry. I'm
It's
sorry.
okay. It'll happen. We just gotta pretend like we are cool, calm, and collected.
Right. Okay.
Cool, calm, and collected. It's okay. Very nice. Don't forget to breathe.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know if chat sees it, but your crosshair placement's gotten like really good in comparison.
Yippee. I also lowered my sends down a little when I got back. I don't know why.
I did see like 0.3 to 0.27.
Yeah. Wait, how did you see? When I had my settings up?
Yeah. And on the range, it shows it under the start and practice button.
Oh.
I mean, I have a virus installed on your computer. I can see everything.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Monitoring me.
Yeah.
Just making sure I'm using all of my knowledge from coaching sessions.
Yeah, let's switch to spraying mode for this. Let's just spray everything.
Okay. Ah!
Okay. If you want, you can practice on the wall for a little bit. Yeah, the spraying moving targets is typically where people whiff the most in this game. Okay, we have to recalibrate. We have to recalibrate the spray.
Yeah. Oh.
We are cool, calm, and collected.
I don't think I could do it from that far away.
Spraying far range is tough. I wonder if it's better to like play death matches in themes. Like in the warm up of the death match, you like practice on a wall the bursting, and then go for the rest of the warm up. Sorry, the rest of the death match with the bursting, and then you play a separate death match where you're spraying the wall during the warm up. Obviously, people are gonna shoot you in the side, but then when the actual death matches start, then you kind of just proceed with the bursting or the spraying. Sorry, I wonder if that would just be better because I feel like when I see your technique when you're focusing on it and that's the one thing you're doing, you can see the progressive like iteration and you're doing pretty well. But like going back and forth between the two is going to be alien, obviously, especially because you're taking this break. So I wonder if just for this point in time, maybe specifically this week, approaching deathmatch in that way could be useful.
Okay, so like to recap, focus on one or the other for each deathmatch.
Right.
Fully. Okay.
So let's try that for this one. Let's go out one more deathmatch, and then let's just spray the wall in the warm up, and then let's just try spraying this entire deathmatch. It's gonna look ugly at the far ranges, but
Okay.
I know you have the least amount of reps on spraying, so I think it will be good. Like I said, I believe 9 out of 10 content creators would tell you not to even worrying about spraying at this point in time, but I want to challenge that a little bit. I
Okay, I'll trust you.
think it's good. I am
In
biased.
Coach, we trust.
Hopefully. We're in.
Okay.
Okay, it's just the warm up. It's not even live yet. The nice thing about the warm up though is you spawn quickly.
Yeah.
They need to do that for the normal deathmatch.
I am not used to reloading when I'm doing this.
I know. You're gonna run out of bullets soon too. You're gonna have to buy your gun again.
Oh no. Hello?
You can buy your gun again.
Wow. Okay. My
was,
new friend.
was your bodyguard.
I'm gonna go in here. Oh, that was a bad idea.
Alright, showtime.
Oh no.
It's okay. It's okay. Just where the repetitions against real enemies comes in.
Yep. Oh.
Are you an April birthday as well?
Yeah, my birthday was yesterday.
Oh, nice. Happy belated. Oh, you're a 420.
Thank you. Yeah.
Very nice. My birthday's in 3 days.
Happy early birthday.
Thank you. But that means you didn't quite make it as a Taurus.
No, I will claim my Taurus. I'm right on the cusp, and I claim being a Taurus.
I see. What are you technically? I'm not super familiar with the other ones.
Aries, but I think the date literally is 420 that it
I
changes.
gotcha.
What?
It's always the sky. It's not even the same one.
I thought Sky was our friend this time.
No. Beret mode.
Ah!
That was actually good movement though. I'm not even capping.
Thank you. Oh no.
Feel free to when you're spraying, like complete your strafe as you would a burst. That makes sense.
Can
'Cause
you explain?
yeah, because at this moment, like you're shooting as you're still moving. Like move, stop, spray.
Okay. Okay. That was bad movement.
That's okay. Way more important, which animal you are in Chinese circle.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, ox.
you're an ox.
That's part of the reason why I claim Taurus is so that, because like
See?
all of my signs are cow based.
I see. My brother's an ox.
What? I thought I heard someone there.
I'm a real Oxtaurus, unlike my lying streamer. Wow.
What? So rude. It's a technicality. It's not a lie.
True. And we gotta commit to the sprays.
I thought I was committing, and I thought I was stopping as soon as I kill them.
You might have been. I guess what I mean by commit is like shoot. Like your first trigger thing should be like a full spray, like instead of 2 separate sprays.
Oh, okay. I might be doing 2.
Yeah, 2 bursts.
Okay.
Now that's on the right track though. It's gonna be hard to control, but especially against moving targets. Like I want you to shoot like 10 bullets into these guys.
Okay.
And then up.
Maybe it's after I need to reset my thing that I
What do you mean?
like when I see that it's going up instead of being controlled.
Uh-huh.
Then I just start over. So that's probably why.
Yeah.
Ah! That probably didn't make sense. I was
No, I
focusing
know
on
what you're
2
saying.
things at once.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, we gotta get the pull down. I mean, I think we're looking pretty good though. I think at this point it really is
Yay.
just going to be drilling it for the rest of the week. But I think that's probably a good stopping point.
Okay.
Um,
Sounds good to me.
maybe we can outline some of this a little bit. I feel like there's just so much we can do in terms of the range, that it's kind of a little bit. It can get overwhelming, I guess, in terms of outlining, because like we could do a million things. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna share my Discord or my stream again, and let's try to outline this. For this week, let's focus on this. All right, mechanics training. So the range we have. I would say I'm a big fan of kind of just starting off slow. So, first would be maybe it's better if I number. First would be kill bots left to right. If you recall, we kind of just did that at the very start, focusing on smoothness and not rushing. Then jump on the ledge and kill bots left to right, focusing on smoothness and not rushing. We're just adding vertical height in this one. After this, we can probably do the BPM for bursting, starting with 80 BPM and then 95, I believe is what you're doing, and then 110 to cap out. And then after that, spraying on wall, building up spray, like we'll do this in sections, 2 bullets, like 3 to 5 bullets, 5 to 7 bullets, 7 to 10, and then 10 plus left mouse / stop pulling down to ensure head height. And then focus death matches, switching or in warm up, pick one shooting style, bursting or spraying, recalibrate. Then when match goes live, only do that shooting style. I would probably say like we would probably want like an 8 to 10 ratio on, I don't know how you put ratios, like 8% of the DMs should be burst focused. 20% DMs should be spray focused. And then we'll just leave that for now. Whatever, how you end up shooting in the ranked game will be based on natural feeling. I don't want to force that too much right now. We'll probably look into implementing proper gunfight hygiene where we're playing certain death matches where if they're really close to you, you spray. If they're mid-range, you burst. If they're far away, you tap. We'll do that in the future. But for now, let's just kind of focus on these two. Did I miss anything? Oh, the tracking. Got the tracking.
Oh yes.
Tracking on eliminate 50. Facing the opposite edge of the target. I'll expand. If strafing, if moving to the right, should aim to the left of the bot. Moving to the left, we should aim right of the bot. Try to end your movement with your crosshair landing on the. That makes sense. So kill bots left to right, jump on ledge, kill bots left to right, tracking on eliminate 50, facing the opposite edge of the target. Optional sheriff usage. That's probably what I would recommend. BPM for bursting. Cool. 80, 95, 110. Spray and wall, building up spray 2, 3 to 5, 5 to 7, 7 to 10, and then 10 plus. Left mouse, stop pulling down to ensure head height. And then focus death matches. Trying to think. Maybe we can aim for 5 death matches in a day. Or I guess like 5 death matches. So what would that be? 4. That would be 4 burst focused and then 1 spray focused. For the sake of alternating, maybe you do it in like 2 burst, 1 spray, 2 burst. So you can end like that, if that makes sense. And to be honest, this type of thing, this will probably take you what? I would guess like 45 minutes or so, maybe an hour. And if that takes up all of your time, you don't have time to play ranked games, that's okay. If you can only play like 1 or 2 ranked games after that, that's also okay. Let's take this week in particular to really focus on unresting and building up our mechanics rather than actually getting ranked repetition. So
Okay.
just treat the ranked games as like a bonus if you have time for it. If you want to do it, go ahead. But make sure that you kind of go through these first.
Okay. Sounds good.
Cool. Any questions, comments, concerns?
This is extremely unrelated, but since we're on the notes page, if
Sure.
you scroll back up to the what's it called? Econ notes. I was gonna ask you to add the shield stuff to it because
Oh, like what shields
I'm
you
still not
buy?
doing a good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just paying attention to this.
Yeah, let's see. Wind pistol rounds. Shield is optional depending on your buy here. So second round you buy light shields, light shield or regen shield. If you have money for regen shield, this is what you prioritize. Then you prioritize regen. Let me actually add this as a. And then pretty much every gun round, if you can buy light shields. I mean, if you can buy full. If you don't have utility, it's okay to have light shields. So basically, if you have money, buy full shields. But it's also completely acceptable to have light shields.
Okay, and you would prefer the light shield over the regen shield?
That's a great question. When I watch matches, people tend to buy regen shield, but when I play, I've only bought regen shield round 2. So I haven't explored buying regen shield on other rounds yet. It's either light shields or full shields for me throughout the game. So yeah.
Okay. Well, this is a good next step because when I was playing the other day, I was like, oh, what am I supposed to do with the shields?
Yeah.
But completely unrelated and just in my bonus games for this week.
Gotcha. Yeah, that sounds good. Kind of reread over this if I have it right. I think so. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think that's it. Just
Awesome.
let me know how this is going. I'm sure I'll be taking a look over the drills over the course of this week as well to give some feedback. But if anything stands out to you, if you're struggling, just let me know.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Of course, thank you as well. And yeah, you have a good one. You have a good week, and hopefully, this week coming back won't be too startling. Maybe you actually feel like you're better after your who knows
Yep.
break. Alrighty, you take care.
Thank you, you too.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Good chat. I'm gonna hop out of here. Okay. Oh, long streaming session today. It wasn't too long. 95 minutes, roughly. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Let me move my camera over here so I can talk to you guys. Uh, Hopefully you guys are doing good. I'm gonna end the stream here because I have coaching to hop to in about 15 minutes. But um, if you guys are curious when the next path video or is going to be uploaded, it's typically about a week. We are going to be uploading the path videos on the second YouTube channel. If you guys aren't familiar with the second YouTube channel, it's just Dope High Coaching. There's like a link to it somewhere. I'll post it in my Discord as well, under the announcements when the episode gets posted live. But other than that, I am going to hop out of here and send you guys over to Path. I don't know if Path will continue streaming, but we'll send you guys there anyways. Trade. All right. You guys take care, chat. And I will see you guys, I believe, on Wednesday for Pixels coaching. Peace. Peace, 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 peace.